Oh look, diamonds. Uh, what's going on, guys? Stormflame27's Minecraft Works here, and today I'm doing a part 2 to the new Minecraft Snapshot. What happened last time is I just kind of went through this stuff kind of quickly, just kind of showing you guys everything. And on this part 2, I am going to be showing you guys and going into more detail on some of the things. And so first off, I just want to show, because I kind of didn't know what to do with this, but this is the curse of vanishing, and then there is a curse of binding. Here it is, curse binding, and I'm gonna show you guys what these curses do. So let's say, if for those who don't know, these are curses, so they're not good at all. So I'm gonna show you that in just 1 minute why they are not good at all to have. But sometimes you find these enchantments on armor as you go into chest and find loot, and sometimes you have to decide whether it's good to have them, like because of all the other good stuff they have, or whether it's not worth the risk. So some of the things like this. Let's say I have a full set of diamond armor, like this, and then I go and I'm gonna stick a curse of vanishing on every single one of my pieces of armor. Sorry, I always do that backwards. Okay, so now I have a full set curse of vanishing armor, and I'm gonna throw the rest of this right over here. So let me just go like this, and I'll show you why. Because watch how. So I'm gonna go and do /set so world spawn for myself. There we go. I'll say I kill myself. So I died, and okay, I died. I could go get my stuff, right? Okay. My armor has vanished. My diamond armor is now 100% gone. But the curse of and the curse of vanishing is gone as well. So that's what happens when you get curse of vanishing. Everything you have it on will disappear as soon as you die. But then there's the curse of binding, and this can like kind of be good, I guess. It's getting kind of slow. The snapshot's not the greatest. Okay, so if you have curse of binding now, and I'm gonna stick one of each of these on. This doesn't matter anymore. As you can see, I have curse of binding. I'm gonna go right ahead and go to survival mode. If you notice, I can't take any of my armor off. I'm trying. I can't take any of it off. That is what curse of binding does. It locks armor onto you. So I can't get this stuff off at all. The only way I can get it off is by dying, and these all have curse of vanishing on them, so if I die, I lose it all. So you could get yourself in a situation like this where you actually have a curse of binding and curse of vanishing on your armor, which is not good at all, because you're stuck with wearing this armor. If you want to, like, let's say you go to the nether and you got like protection 5 and you want fire protection instead, well, you're not going to take it off unless you kill yourself. But if it has curse of vanishing, then you're going to have to die and lose it. And so that's what's not good about these curses. So they just jump on back to creative mode so I can get these off. Okay, well, next up, nope. Sorry about that. Next up, I'm gonna go and show you guys some of the other things llamas can do, because I kind of went through llamas really quickly in part 1. So this part 2, I'm gonna show you some more interesting stuff you could do with them. So let me just go and grab a chest right over here and grab a lead. Where are the leads? I actually don't know. Okay, there we go. Grab a lead. And so, as you can see, you can go to the llama and tame them. Well, this llama does not want to be tamed. Llama, be tamed. Nope, llama hates me. Llama, get back over here. Llama, I want to tame you. Be tamed. Don't be so wild. Llama, come on, you llama. It's like, no. It's like, no. It's like, no, I don't want to be. don't want to be your pet llama. Yeah, it's looking at me like, what the heck are you doing? Oh, it's mine now. Okay. So that's how you tame it. You just keep jumping on it, and I'm actually gonna grab a nice color because you could throw saddles on them with any color carpet. I'm gonna pick a nice yellow. Actually, I'll go with the nice blue. Actually, so if you jump on them, you can't actually control them, but I could show you what you could do after I tame a few more. I'll see you all back. Alright, as you can see, I've tamed a few more of these llamas. So I got 4 llamas now. And so I'm going to show you. So I just added some different color. But what you could use with the chest that you add on them is depending on how much health they have, you could have more storage. So this one's got a pretty good health. So it's got 9 storage spaces. As you can see, it can get all the way up to this. This can get all the way up to 15 storage spaces. And let's see, this one has 9 as well. So let's try to find one that has less health. So the more health they have, or strength, then the more they will have. Okay, so it seems like these all have 9. And let's see. This one has that. Okay, but what you can do that's really cool. Let me just get this one over here because they kind of gotta be together. Come on, you llama. Whoops, wrong way. Come on, llama. Come on, get over here. So what you do is, as you can see, when you get one on a lead and you have the other ones tamed, they will create a caravan and they will follow each other in a line. So you can see, if I just keep going in a line, they'll all follow right behind him. I don't know how many this works for, but I think you can get a lot of llamas just following behind them. And so you can see, they're all following right behind this llama. And they'll just keep following him. So it's super cool. So then you get like a caravan that way. And what you can do that is, so they all have storage spaces. So this is for like moving like entire bases or something. Because what you can do is if you get a bunch of these boxes, like shulker boxes, fill these boxes up, break the boxes, go inside these and fill all these up with all of them up with boxes, you can get some massive storage going on. And it's all just following you. So that's what you can do with llamas. And it's pretty cool. Next up, I'm going to show you the observer block. So this is how you craft it. Pretty simple. And you get the observer block. So what the observer block does is, let me place this out. Let me get some redstone. So what the observer block does is it's like a block update where every time some block is updated, the block it's looking at, so that's the block it's looking at, it will send off a redstone signal. I don't think that circuit's gonna work. No, whoops. No. What am I doing? Wait, that means this one's backwards. Okay, now everything's all pretty and fixed. So now every time this block right here is updated, as you can see, it's gonna set off a really quick. So when I place it, it sends off a signal. When I break it, it sends off a signal. And so with that, I'm gonna be showing you guys how you can make some pretty cool traps. Like this thing is, I think it even might. Let me just reset up this signal, this wiring. Now that I just messed it up. Whoops. Well, let me just show you guys what you could do. I think you could even. Okay, no, it doesn't. It doesn't work with that, and it only works with this block right here. Nowhere else. But if you did have something like, I think it even works. Okay, so it has to, as you see, it lets off a really weak signal, so you have to have one of these. But you could even do something like this, and have like a whole setup of observer blocks, like an area for like a trap if you want to be certain of that. But I'm going to show you guys how you can make some cool traps. So the way you can make traps is actually extremely simple. There's a few ways you could do it. And one of those ways is you could do something similar. This whole thing's gonna blow, but as soon as you do something, it just sets off redstone, and boom. So I'm gonna show you a couple redstone traps. So you could do that, or you could do something a little bit different. I feel like it would be a little bit more concealed, like harder to see, I guess, because this way it involves this, and if you dispense a TNT, it dispenses it primed. Primed TNT is when it's like that, where it's about to explode. And so that's what you can do, but you can also use this for like, you can't really use these for mob traps. And I think these even work. Actually, these can be really cool because these even work, I think, with a door. So if I take a door and stick it right over here, actually, let me just do something like this and go like this. Bring it around, go like this, and just add our dispenser again. Yeah. And I place a door, so it's updated. Okay, so it does not work with the flick of a door, but that's okay. It will work with pistons, so that you can have pistons set up if someone like breaks a block. But it's mostly good for TNT traps. So I could show you. So let me just grab some of this stuff back. So just like this, and so you could have it like you could have some really good block. Let's say you have Silk Touch and you're like in a factions or something. When this update comes out later, you can have like a diamond. I'm doing diamond. You could use iron as well. It doesn't matter. It could be any block. But then it could just be something like this. And it's just super simple, but you can have something like this happen with this super simple trap. You could go like this, and this would be like ultimate like destruction. This would make sure that whoever you want to die, whoever's gonna try to take this TNT will get destroyed. But it's gonna take up a lot of TNT. You can only use like 1 or 2 if you want. But since I'm on creative, an unlimited fountain of TNT is just fine with me. So as you can see, this is all well concealed, and no one sees it coming. And 2 TNT goes off. You're just like, oh, okay, what? And before you have time to react, that happens. Or to make it even a better trap, let me just get with this weather because it's kind of driving me crazy. There we go. Well, what I'm going to show you can do is if you take an observer diamond, what you can do to ensure that they do not get away. And this is kind of a smart thing because they could be like, oh, someone's going to make a trap, so they're going to be like, I'm going to be super prepared to take on whatever trap someone has set for me. Except for what you do then is, so let's say I'm going to set up a little cave scenario in this area. So let's say this is a wall. This is a cave, just like this. Just a really simple cave. Let's say they're going down one of those like tunnely like cavey caves. Well, you can't do something like this. And then what happens is they think, oh, they get the diamonds, they hear TNT, they turn around, they run back, right? But what you do is you're gonna expect them to run back, and so because of that, you're gonna set up TNT. So this is like if you have a lot of TNT, like I said, but on factions or something where you just have so much TNT, this shouldn't really be that much of a problem. So I'm just gonna kind of surround this cave with TNT. So this would take a lot of digging on just a normal world, but if you really want to set up like a really neat trap, I'd say this is the way to do it. Except for you could I'm just making the TNT point at it. If I want to do this better, I can use these, but I'm just trying to use the least amount of resources I can. So I'm just gonna start actually using repeaters just because it's easier. But if you somehow use more redstone and get it to point at it just like that, it'll work as well. But this way works just fine for me. So I'm just gonna keep on going with this. And that should carry out the whole signal. I don't actually know, that's not going to carry out the whole signal. So you're going to have to put some repeaters to make sure the signal keeps going. I'm just going to make sure that the signal keeps going and go like that. I'm kind of making like this like a really like a really nice trap. This is when you get really serious about your traps, and you're just gonna make sure that whoever you're trapping is gonna die. This is like one of those like they just have to die, and you're gonna make sure they're gonna die. So here we are, and I am the unsuspecting person that this is a trap, and I go, oh look, diamonds. Actually, I should have thought of this better, and grabbed a pickaxe. There we go. I got a diamond pickaxe. I think I'm cool, and I can just be like, oh look, diamond. Oh no, someone set off TNT, and then you run out, and the whole place goes up. Well, that was also a bigger area. That is what happens, except for I was the suspecting person who was guessing there's a TNT trap. I doubt that that another person would get that like out of there that fast. I feel like they'd sit there for a second to be confused. But if not, if you think they could still get out, then I would just go and just set up TNT even farther back down the cave, like eliminate the whole cave. If you really want to make sure, or you could just do it. So they have the way. I don't know if any of you seen it before, where you got the trap TNT trap, where you open the chest, it sets off little redstone signals. I'm just setting this up really fast. It sets off little redstone signals, and then you get it kind of looks like this, not exactly like this, but we do. It's simple in a way that you open it and it sets off these things, except for the pistons are set up this way. And so what they do is they're opened up, and you have a reverse setup. And what it does is it opens up the floor when you open the chest, and you fall in. But that's kind of sketchy because people can tell because like, oh, it's a trap chest. But now what you can do, or at least when the update comes out, is you don't need trap chest, and you can do the little diamond trick like this. And then I still need these. I need this as well. And what you can do is you can just come like this. So they're gonna be probably in front of it. So you only need one set. Let's say 4 or 5, so they can't jump back. Just like this. And so you're gonna want your TNT right back over here, just like this. And this is gonna be opened. So let me just say this is gonna take up some space, but in underground. So like the only hope you have is just like you just hope someone doesn't stumble upon this like while digging. You're hoping that they'll just take the cave route and voila, they find the diamond. And then you're gonna come around like this, and then you're gonna do a little. I don't want to accidentally set all these off. Actually, I don't mind because it doesn't really matter. So, and it's actually good that this is underground. It's underground because what's gonna happen is you're gonna have some lava, and you're gonna hope that because there's lava, they'll think, oh, there's lava nearby, because usually there's lava nearby diamonds. Hopefully that's their thinking. If not, you could have problems. But you better hope most people think that. Anyway, so then you got this little reverse setup. Actually, let me do this. The reverse setup kind of gets me sometime. I kind of forget how. Okay, I remember now how you get the reverse setup. It goes something like this, and you need, except for, so with this, yes, except for I can't guarantee this is gonna get a friend set. Okay, so what you can't do, I'm kind of just being like, cause I could just make that farther back, this piece right here, but then I'd have to go around, so I have to go around somewhere anyways. Okay, so there's probably a way better way of doing this, but then just like this is turned on. Well, you actually have something to be connected to it, just like that. So now all these are opened up. Okay, and then you got your nice little cave. Hopefully your diamonds to get the wall. Like I said, you can just like find a diamond and set this up. I think you'd want the diamonds, so the only way you'd want to do this is if you don't need diamonds really that much, and you just would like to use your diamonds up on killing somebody. So just like this. And thing is, the best way to do this is actually you could just duplicate it on the other side, just like this. This way, no one really expects it. Just like this. And hopefully these people are like, oh, it's a trap, and they're gonna go stand right here, because sometimes people actually go right up to it. Just to make sure it doesn't fall into lava or anything. So let's say this is all covered up. Actually, I need to break this. Well, I'm gonna go set this up, and I'll see you all back after I've got to this setup done. Welcome back, everyone. I did find a quick problem with this, and the quick problem is the redstone signal is not long enough. So I think that should now do it. So let me just grab back my diamond block, and we should all be good to trap some people. So let's see. There we go. See, now you just gotta set up this so that the signal is long enough to turn this off, to turn these off, open them up, someone falls in lava, and they're dead. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go test this out. Oh look, diamonds. Alright guys, that's exactly how it's gonna work out. For the person who falls for that trap. Let me just go and find it again though. So I'm gonna show you. So as you see that's kind of what it looks like. So if you're gonna have it 2x2 this way, where it's only like a 2 gap, you gotta have some kind of like, I made it a little bit more convincing looking, so it's not like made by a player. See how it kind of like branches off like up like to another cave or something. So like you could do this like if you got rid of this side, this whole side right here, so it doesn't exist. And this side, then you could just have this opened up and make it even look more natural. But then you have a less chance of people actually updating this block and falling in. But I can show you the redstone real quick. So you see, you got the observer, and then you got the observer block. You got this, and it goes down to redstone to another one, which is set to 3 ticks. And then you have this. It connects to a block with a redstone torch on top. It comes around down all the way across, which then all those redstone connects to a bunch of repeaters set on just the first one when you place it, and then it goes down to the pistons, which are always turned on. Now, if you wanted it for some reason to close, like always wanted it open and want it to close when you update a block, let's say you want it reversed so that when you break a block, a bridge appears. Then what you could do is you could switch this so it's just like this. But then if you're going to want that to happen, I would suggest that what you do with these repeaters is you turn them all on to 3 ticks so that the redstone signal lasts longer, so you have time to run across. It would be something like this. So let me just grab the first, like that. So you might actually want it to last longer. So to do this, you would have to extend your repeaters, or you could do this a cool effect like opening and closing effect, and I could show you how. So you're gonna go like this. So you're just gonna go back and need some more space, and these are all gonna be set on 3, except for, yeah, just like this, except for it's gonna be like this. It's gonna be, this one's gonna go in, then this one. So it's gonna be like this, and then like this, and then like this, and then like this, and that actually should work to make like a cool kind of weirdish effect, so that's not just like a straight run across. And let me just go update this block now and see what happens. Apparently that didn't work, but whatever, it doesn't matter. So the cool effect you could just do by setting the signals differently. I can show you that later, but let me just get this observer block so that it's kind of like this. It's kind of like, and then you'd have to, okay, well actually that's not working. Let me try this again. So you break a block. Okay, wait, I think I see what's going on with my, let me just break this because I don't need this anymore. Okay, so I think I know what's going on. Actually, I think I could just go like this. Actually, I kind of forgot. Yes, I forgot. My bad. You don't need all this redstone stuff here. You could just go like this. There we go. And that should lengthen the time. It actually does lengthen the time. It lengthens the time it takes for the block to open up. But that's not what we want. So I'm going to try increasing the time it is open. And I think the way to do that is, let me just reconnect it there. I get rid of you. You can get rid of all this redstone. I'm just going to leave it there. It's kind of messy, but whatever. And you could probably increase the time like this. I think this is just going to, it's not going to increase the time. So I think what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to make this on a smaller scale. So if I break this, you could have this for like a small bridge. A small drawbridge that comes out about this size, I think. And there you go. See, but I think I could just jump this anyways. Okay, let me just, Get back. Okay, so you can already jump that, so let me just make it a little bit bigger scale. Well, it doesn't work too well with the bridge. I'll probably do a tutorial later on how you could get the bridge to work without things messing up. But that'll be later. Right now, I'm just trying to show you guys the traps that it has. So those are the traps that you could do. That kind of I just wanted to get that out to you guys, that you can make some actually really intense traps. So if you want to see more traps you could make, then yeah, just leave a comment down below, and I could do some separate videos on more different traps with like things like trap chests, tripwire hooks, and all that. So if yeah, you guys would like me to do a video on that, just leave it down in the comments below. But now I'm just gonna move on and show you a few more things with the cartographer. Alright, so when trading with the cartographer, you're gonna need some paper, a compass, and some emeralds. So let's see what he wants. He wants some emeralds, so he's gonna give you some emeralds already. So I'm just gonna use up all 3 stacks of paper on him. I don't really think he needs 3 stacks, it's just what I used. And I'm gonna wait for his little particle thingies. Alright, he's got purple particles coming off him. I feel like that's not a good thing, but anyways, he's got another trait. So he wants compasses, so I'm just selling him all the compasses he wants. And he's gonna want compasses later, so make sure you keep those on you. And I think he's gonna want some more paper, so you might want to keep some more paper on you as well. Alright, and I should have another trade. The other trade is emeralds for a map. So I'm just gonna grab a bunch of maps for him, because I'm really lost my way, don't know where I'm going. There we go. So let's see, what have we got on these maps? Alright, so we got a nice little area. Now there's a smiley face in the map. Alright, so it should be done now. And the next trade you see is an ocean explorer map. So these are the things that you're really trying to get to. So I'm gonna grab one of those, as well as the woodland explorer map. So those are the things you're trying to get your hands on. This is the woodland explorer map. This shows you where matches are, as I showed in last episode, but this is how you get it in more detail. So here you are, there's the woodland. So I should get at the bottom right corner. So if you could get inside this map area, then yeah, you could find a woodland. And this treasure map shows you the location of a water monument. So you can find a water monument if you go to this area. As you can see, I'm in the bottom left corner. So if you could find this area, then yeah, you'd be doing pretty well. But I think you could just expand the size of these maps, just like this, just a couple of times. The same with these. I don't know, it might be bugging out. It seems like the maps kind of bug out when you make them bigger. It doesn't show any terrain or anything in them. So it'd be best if you don't destroy your treasure map, because I don't know how many you could get from him. Okay, so you can buy more, but just in case you don't want to use 19 more emeralds, I suggest not expanding the size of the maps, because you can't really see the terrain. But yeah, so that's with the getting the maps. So you can find some really awesome loot if you get them. If not, then you got a few commands like the locate command. Oops. Locate, and I can just go like this. Monument. And it shows me where the monument's at, so I can just go teleport. So it doesn't know the Y location. But you could just, if you're on creative, teleport 108. I'm just going to go with 50 height. Normal height is 64, so if this is in the ocean, I'm probably going to spawn in the water. If you don't want to get spawned inside a rock, I'd go with 100, because usually nothing's up that high, especially a water monument. Water monuments are not going to be there. So I'm going 50. And the negative 3, 3, 6, 8. I'm just copying the coordinates where it said enter, and now this should take me, as you can see, right into the water monument. So as you can see, the locate command does not fail. It does not fail, and I can't really see. Night vision, there you are. Okay, and now I'm gonna drink my night vision. Alright, so now Why am I walking? I want to be flying. So I'm just gonna, I think I'm stuck. Now I'm stuck. Get me out of here. I'm just trying to avoid hurting the temple. Well, this is the water temple, water monument, for those who haven't seen it. Pretty big place. Crawling with guardians. Yeah, and, yeah, I'm actually, yeah, but they don't seem to be very active. Never mind. Well, something's bug out in this snapshot. But yeah, this is the water monument. And that's pretty cool, but as you can see, the locate command really doesn't fail. So I can locate, like, let's say a mine shaft. Or a village. I'm gonna go with locating a village. And, okay, so I'm gonna teleport to, so it's actually not far from here. 3, 5, 4, 4, 5, 4, 4. And over here, 2, 1, 4, 4. So it actually wasn't. I'm probably in the dirt, like I said. So this is a time we just want to go to about 90 blocks high. There we go. And as you see, I found a nice desert. A nice desert place. And this works with like everything. It doesn't fail. So if I want to go and find a temple, you just press tab and enter. It's not even that far from here either. So these things. So you see, I'm at 1, 1, 4, 4. This is 1, 1, 9, 2. And this is, okay, it's about 1,000 blocks from here, which actually isn't that far. It could be extremely far away. 2, 8. But I'm going to put myself about 100 blocks up because this is going to be in a jungle. And actually, oh, this kind of temple. I was thinking a jungle temple, but no, this shows you the location of a desert temple. Okay, so that's where I had it confused. Actually, let's see what they got. Okay, saddle, horse armor, lot of rotten flesh. Okay, so this place is worthy of destruction. So I'm out of here. Actually, one time I landed on the pressure plate and I survived 9 pieces of TNT, and I was like, oh shoot, because I was like stuck in a cave, and that's how I survived. Because when the first one blew up, I fell into a cave, so I didn't get hurt. It was super cool. So like, you could be lucky when tripping off that pressure plate in survival. So it's not a 100% chance you'll die. But yeah, this was part 2 of the new snapshot. I went to a bit more detail. Oh, they were right next to each other. They were 1,000 blocks apart. Never mind. I got my numbers wrong. This was part 2 of the snapshot. I went into a bit more detail of everything, and I hope it helped you guys out with doing things. There's like I said on part 1, there's no set release date for this update. Update 1.11, the exploration update. But yeah, I just wanted to get this out to all you guys so you can see what cool things Mojang is programming into Minecraft. So if you enjoyed, please hit that like button, subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you all next time.